Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Battalion Wars. In the last episode, we finished kicking the Xylvanians out of the Dune Sea and moved on to pushing them back across the Coral Atoll, and that's what we're going to be carrying on with this episode.
Did you see that? We flanked their blockers in the neutral zone and blitzed their defense wide open. Austin, Betty, join us. I was just going through the latest action replays with our new ally.
Our new ally?
General Harman has an excellent command of military strategy.
He does?
Indeed. But the greatest general is she who averts conflict altogether. Wouldn't you say? Tea, anyone?
Head hut, Commander. North of our position are 3 Xylvanian military targets. A munitions dump.
That looks highly explodable.
A fuel refinery.
Yep, also quite flammable.
And a communications tower.
Less fragile, but we can still probably destroy it.
Captured frontier missile and bazooka veterans are being held in these installations. I've marked your military
Okay, so we start with a fairly large squad. Mostly of infantry. I think first objective is going to be to take out these troops over here, and then we'll have to move up that hill to the first target.
Loyal solar warriors have been exposed to the dishonor of capture by the enemy.
I get the uncomfortable feeling that this depiction of the Asian Empress who can somehow do magic during a tea ceremony is getting a little bit on for racist. Right, so up here we've got the communications tower. I would hope that there'll be some troops in there we can use to use as for an anti-aircraft role, because that's what we're lacking at the moment. We can obviously tackle tanks and vehicles with the mortar vets, but aha, okay, so yes, that's the correct approach. Doesn't look particularly quiet, to be honest. They're shooting machine guns at me. I'm trying to switch targets and do just that, but it's not making life easy for me. Right, there we go, machine gun nest 1 down. Gotta take out their assault troops, they're dangerous. Yep, down goes 1. Down goes 2. And down goes the machine gun nest. If we can free those missile veterans, if the jeep will get out of the way, then we should be able to use them to, yep, take out the gunships nice and easy. Down goes 1, and looks like they've taken down the other as well. Just going to quickly top up my health, and we can send our guys in to capture that. And that's objective 1 taken down. There's a machine gun nest outside, or some kind of rifle emplacement, which I'm just going to quickly take out for the extra power rating. There it goes. And that flag should fall fairly swiftly. Down it goes. So no reinforcements for him. And down the hill, it looks like we've got the fuel refinery, which is down the hill. Now, I think there's gunships hanging out over this one, so we might need the missile veterans fairly early. But we'll just start out by taking out this infantry. Rocket veterans up against our infantry as a first wave is not a particularly smart tactic, I'll be honest. Just quickly take out the watchtowers with mortars, which they're very effective at doing. 4 shots and that goes down. That one in the corner as well might be worth taking out. Down it goes. Right, mortar lads, take out that recon. That goes down. We've got another one over in the corner. They will need to be dealt with. The player character proving is especially effective at drawing fire in this mission, which is mostly what they're good for. Quick few mortar shots at that watchtower to take that out, and then we can work on capturing the flag. Yeah, it looks like they've got a couple of rocket troopers here, but nothing we can't handle. Right, infantry, get in there. Looks like I think we've only taken 1 loss so far, which isn't too bad. Launch that guy 20 feet in the air with a mortar round. They're very much still here rather than up in smoke. That's a bit overwrought. Right, and that gets us a whole bunch of bazooka vets, so that looks like we'll be facing down some armor fairly soon. Lads, if you could not run straight into the enemy positions, that would be ideal. Missile veterans very good at taking out towers, it turns out, because they're up in the air. Who'd have thought? Right, so these rifle guys are here, but they're not the main threat. There's tanks over the bridge, which we're going to need to take out. So, might be a good opportunity to start ordering our bazooka veterans around. So just leave the infantry and the flames and the missile vets back here. We'll take the mortar vets and the bazooka vets along. Watchtower goes down. And we'll open up on the tank. They brought a rocket veteran of their own, which is quaint. Especially now I can top up on health packs. I do take friendly fire from my mortar rounds, so I need to be a bit careful. And down that guy goes. So it looks like we've taken out most of this emplacement, apart from that rocket trooper there. He's no longer a problem to us. Right, so we'll get the gang back together. I think we lost a flame veteran there, but no one else. And our next task is going to be heading around up here. Or it might be buried under this bridge. It's not entirely clear. Oh no, it's through here. Okay, so we're approaching through a narrow pass. This could be a bit dangerous. Because there will be armour. Yep, got a light tank there.
The munitions dump, Commander. You gotta destroy the weapon stockpile, but watch out for the enemy MG towers.
Oh, the towers aren't much of a...
MG towers have a blind spot directly beneath.
They're also just not that powerful. They basically just tickle. Alright, there we go. We've got a light tank in there we've got to be a bit cautious of. I'm going to move in and start the attack. Bazooka veterans, yet move in against those guys. Should make very light work of them because they're only light tanks. Tank number 2. The Xylvanian tanks have flamethrowers on them, which you need to be a bit careful of because they're more dangerous than a defensive machine gun. Right, give me that health pack. Annihilate that guy. Light tank over there, just quickly take that down. I'm going to start focusing some fire on the munitions dump once my troops are slightly more clear. Oh, down goes one. Plus you can destroy the machine gun towers by blowing up the ammunition dumps next to them. We've taken some very bad knocks to our infantry, which I think may have been self-inflicted given that I did blow up an ammunition dump next to them. So yes, as she says, we've now got some Solar Empire pals to help us out. We don't actually get to play as them in this game, I don't think, other than in the secret mission. They come up a lot more in Battalion Wars 2, where they are actually pretty cool. They're sort of futuristic sci-fi warriors. Which again is a little bit of a stereotype, but you know. So we've already cleared out the extraction zone because we went and got it on the way here. So this should be a relatively easy run. Unless we're about to get ambushed at the last second, which I wouldn't put it past this game. And here we go.
You made it, Commander. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together?
That was really very easy. I'm quite pleased with our progress so far. Oh, so we managed to lose. If I hadn't blown up that ammunition dump at an inopportune moment, we would have got an S rank. But because I did that, sadly only an A. But that is perfectly acceptable for this far into the game. So we'll take that and move on. Next mission is Call Sign Eagle, and I'm not sure quite what that involves. Ah, okay. Yes, sounds like we're going to have a bit of a grab and hold mission.
General Herman is about to lead a battalion of hand-picked men on a ground assault of the Aloha Atoll. Your job is to provide Herman's men with air support as they recapture the island on behalf of our sole allies. Herman's men will assault the beach, then follow the road to the Xylvanian base.
Ah, so is this going to be a bit of an escort mission? This sounds fun.
You will need to provide air cover against all credible threats. Good luck, Commander.
Excellent. So this is a bit of a different mission to what I thought it was going to be. That sounds actually quite a lot of fun. Yep, so we start off in command of this fighter wing, and I guess we'll have some Xylvanian fighters to deal with to begin with.
By surprise, my frontier foes? You should know by now that I can predict your every move.
So these guys are somewhat easy to take out if you can get a lock on them with your missiles. There we go.
Shoot them down before they can land.
So I'm going to go after the helicopters, and I'll instruct my fighter pals to do so as well, but we will need to take out enemy fighters and not dive directly into the sea. I keep forgetting you can do that. I think in Battalion Wars 2 it stops you from flying directly into the ground, which is actually quite helpful, even if not particularly realistic.
You only prevented 1 out of 4 Xylvanian T-copters from reinforcing the garrison.
Okay, so we messed up.
Come in, Eagle 1. My boys are about ready to get their feet wet. How are things holding together at Strategic Air Command?
Well, Strategic Air Command was more about nuclear stockpiles and so on.
quickly, Commander. Use your fighters to clear the skies of Xylvanian.
This is more tactical air support. Okay, I'm going to go towards the star and hope we get lucky. Oh yeah, here they are. Well, we've managed to lose half of our fighters already, so this is not going well as an air support mission, but we do what we can. Down goes bomber number 2.
Entire squadron of bombers is destroyed.
Well, if you will make his whole squadron only 2 planes, that is, you know, going to be quite likely. Much like with the missile troops, fighters are actually quite good at taking out towers because they're airborne. Right, so we've got artillery to deal with here. Easy enough.
Just in time. Use them to take out that Xylvanian artillery.
You can also use your fighters to do it, which is not ineffective. Plus, we can destroy those transport copters we missed the first time round. Another tower goes down. Should help our infantry a little bit. Oh, I think there's an Xylvanian bomber overhead. Going to take that out. Oh no, it's a fighter. We'll just keep our fighters, our bombers safe. And down their artillery goes. Along with a machine gun nest I'm going to blast with my missiles.
We got Xylvanian tanks up ahead. Where's that air support, Eagle 1?
Incoming, Commander. Just going to do a quick sweep and take out some more of the watchtowers. Make life easier for the infantry on the ground. There's another one. Being very careful not to crash into the ground, which is a real possibility. What are my bombers doing? Not their job, it looks like. Oh no, down they go. Well, down goes a tank. We need to focus fire on the last one. Down that goes. With fighter fire, which is quite unusual.
Down to 10 men, Commander.
Uh-oh.
I need you to stay focused on your primary objectives.
I am trying. Well, there's artillery there, which is going to need to be dealt with. Down goes one machine gun nest. Looks like there's 4 in total. The bombers should be able to make light work of them. As well as the fighters can probably do a decent amount against them. Yeah, indeed they can. My health's getting a little bit concerningly low. Right, only 1 machine gun nest remaining. Send the lads to deal with that. And down it goes. Okay, there's... The ground troops we're escorting are looking a little bit on the unhealthy side, it must be said. Looks like they'll be heading down here and trying to capture this base. We've destroyed the artillery that's overhead. There's just these tanks that need to be dealt with. Oh, we haven't destroyed all the artillery. That guy needs to go down. He's been dealt with. Tower up there could do with going down.
Eagle 1, my boys have eyes on the primary objective.
Ah, yes.
Sharp and watch for Xylvanian resistance.
Looks like we've got a strato destroyer. Let's try this guy out.
Frontier Command has deployed a strato
Because I don't think we've ever previously had one of these. And we destroyed one in the previous mission, but basically, it's got air-to-ground missiles. And it's got air-to-air missiles. And it's got bombs. And it's got machine guns. It's a tough old unit. Down it goes. Right, so, yes, it looks like we're going to be doing some anti-air warfare to begin with. This guy's a little bit slow. He's faster than a bomber, but not as good as a fighter, so you can, yeah, be a little bit quicker.
Only 2 to go.
Oh, there's the transport copters, which, if I could aim at them, I would be destroying right now. There we go. In go the missiles. I don't know if I can destroy that guy before he lands, sadly. But we can bomb the units that emerge, so, you know, it's not all is lost. I don't know if we are graded on how many enemy troops manage to land. Oh, we sort of bomb automatically as we fly over enemies. Oh, well, that works perfectly. Yeah, I'm not pushing anything here. I'm trying to fly around so I can find the next aerial target, but actually just doing some circle strafing overhead seems to be doing a decent job against them. Plus getting all our machine guns to bear. Ah, so there's a couple of fighters in the air that need to go down as well. Oh, I suspect we might not survive this. Particularly because this thing is so slow I can't turn well enough to get a lock on any of these fighters. There we go. That should take one down. And that should get another one. Oh, there's quite a lot of them. A little bit concerning. This unit's tough, but, like, as I say, it has a bit of a blind spot behind it, so you can't be too careful. Okay, so despite quite a lot of losses, we think it looks like we've done it. Lost all our fighters, but
What do you think I am? Some kind of war-hungry maniac with delusions of grandeur?
parody. Uh-oh, another strato destroyer. Getting bombed by another aircraft. That seems like a bit of a trick shot.
Unfortunately for you, it is the Ace of Spades.
I mean, the Ace of Spades is not an inherently useful card without other cards.
Commander, we've got an Xylvanian strato destroyer incoming.
Well, good thing I've wound up behind it then.
To the next level. Another strato destroyer? Looks like Kaiser Vlad doesn't take kindly.
Oh, has he put in 2? That's cheating. I am trying, you know. This actually might be much easier with a fighter. Yep, there it is. Yeah, because I'm much faster and more manoeuvrable now, so it's actually much easier to hit this thing. Particularly once you can pull in behind it. There we go. That should bring it down. And down it goes. Plus I'll take out this bomber just quickly to defend our forces. And start clearing the skies of everything else that's blue. Another bomber down.
This day belongs to you.
Okay, and that was a bit of a loss on the old troops front, but we won on the first attempt, so not too bad. These Xylvanians seem to be making a lot of claims of grandeur for a force that keeps getting stomped into the dirt at every opportunity. And another A rank there, as expected, lost a lot on technique. But I think that wasn't bad, considering I'm fairly inexperienced with air combat and managed to crash my plane into the ground within 30 seconds of starting the mission. So next up, the guns of Tiki Bay, and this is going to be exciting. I won't spoil it.
The Xylvanians have seized control of Tiki Bay, an island belonging to the Solar Empire. In response, we are coordinating a counterattack with our Solar allies.
Brigadier Betty, my noble warriors have recaptured the base at the other end of the island.
That's the
Extremely
kind of
anime-looking
I like to
dudes here.
hear, Empress Leiko. Commander, all you gotta do is lead the attack on this side of the island. Simple, huh?
I seem to recall, yeah, we start with a relatively minimal force, it's only infantry, but I've got some assault veterans, so that's enough to be getting on with for now. Let's get going. And these guys are fairly easy to deal with if we go around the flank. So we'll just sweep across and dodge around their sandbags. They just seem to be trying to dodge out of our way, but that's no threat to us. Our main threat, it seems, is the tragically slow speed of the bullets. Machine gun nest up there needs to be dealt with, easily done. Yeah, not taking out my gunship today, lads.
Brace yourself, Commander. The
Oh,
Xylvanians
good lord.
deployed one of their all-conquering
Gunships.
battle stations.
Yeah, everyone open fire.
Remember, Commander, battle stations are vulnerable to airborne attacks, especially from gunships.
Yes, they certainly are. So the battle stations are a new unit. I think the last new ground unit of the game. They're basically a sort of combination artillery piece and tank. They're extremely tough. They will wreck your shit if you're not careful. And basically, I can do nothing to them with infantry. I've just got to sort of use the infantry as cannon fodder while the gunship does the work. They will go down eventually, as we can see, but they're not an easy mark by any means. Right, that is, however, destroyed. So our next objective, I think, is at that gold star up there. Managed to have kept most of our troops. A lot of the infantry are down, but, you know... Ooh, okay. Hold back, gunship, because we got a fighter over there. So I'll go in and start Ramboing this.
It's another battle station.
Uh-oh, that is unfortunate. I'm going to try and take out as much of the infantry as possible,
Air cover.
because I can take out the anti-aircraft
This battle station has some serious
guys. Okay, looks like the battle station's retreating a bit, so I'm not in under immediate threat.
Landed near the helipads at the center of the island. You'll find them waiting by the Silver Star.
Okay, my health is looking a little bit precarious. Ah, that's much better. And the Solar Empire troops, who obviously are not counted as part of my score, it's best if we let them do as much heavy lifting as possible. So after taking these guys out, let's go pick up our reinforcements. Which seem to be, yep, over that bridge on that middle island. We can't quite go, oh good god, they've got loads of fighters. This gunship is not going to be in a good way by the end of this.
Proven otherwise.
Yep, and down it goes.
The battle station is halfway across the island. You must not let it reach the solar base, Commander.
I'm very much trying.
Those reinforcements are pinned down, Commander. Get over there and help them out.
Ah, be right. Grenade troops are a bit of a worry, but they go down as squishily as every other kind of infantry unit.
Destroyed. I can almost smell victory, Brigadier.
Yeah, unfortunately, she might not be wrong on that one. Bazooka veteran time, I think. I haven't used one of these in a while, but they are still as powerful as they ever were. Particularly if we can start flaming those anti-aircraft guys for when we pick up another gunship. Gotta head over to this middle island. Fortunately, once those fighters go down, we should have a much easier time, and the anti-aircraft units we've got here will do a decent job with them. There we go. I note that we haven't been given any more air support. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, no worries. Oh, they're slightly out of range. Oh, I'm getting hit by something. Not sure what. Ah, it's those guys. Which I can't really do much to with my anti-aircraft unit, but I'll provide some moral support. There we go. If the fighters would come back into range, that would be great.
Closing base is this way. It's up to you, to make sure that battle station never reaches it.
I'm trying. You won't put the fighters in range, video game. They're right there. I can see them. Alright, over to the base. Looks like we can fuel up our vehicles there if we need to. Oh, here comes the battle station. Yeah, this is not looking good. Come on, into range. Okay, finally.
Hurry, Commander! The battle station has nearly reached the solar base.
I know, I'm trying. If I can get these guys down, we can get some gunships and we might be in a better place. Right, there's one down. Battle station getting uncomfortably close now. 2 down. One last fighter. Open fire. And down it goes.
Nailed those fighters, Commander.
Now let's get our battalion the hell out of here.
Gunships I promised you.
And we'll switch over to a gunship. If we can get those into range of the battle station, that'll be all the better. Here it comes. Oh god, yeah, it's opening up. And here we go. In come the missiles, and its health bar begins to fall. It might destroy quite a lot of our units before we can destroy it, but we're on the right path at least. It's got very little anti-aircraft capability. I think it's got like an anti-aircraft cannon on it, but it doesn't do that much against gunships. So there we go.
The island of Tiki Bay is back in the hands of its rightful owners.
So there we go. 3 missions done in half an hour. Very, very good recording session so far.
For your assistance, Brigadier.
What is our interest in the Coral Atolls, Herr Kaiser? The Solar Empire is a minor military power.
Long ago, the Iron Legion of old Xylvania held fearsome dominion over half the nations of the world. Then one fateful night, the Legion marched upon the Solar Empire. The souls were hopelessly outnumbered, yet they had engineered a doomsday device. It drew down the power of the sun.
We should call upon our glorious ancestors. It is within your power.
The Legion cannot be controlled. There would be no victory, only suffering.
And there we go, another A rank, and a bit of a hit on the old technique score. That seems to be our weak point, but very respectable nonetheless. And next up, it's the final mission of the Coral Atolls. And looks like it's our turn to get our hands on a battle station, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
The Xylvanians are using this small chain of islands as the command center for their Coral Atolls campaign.
Yeah, and they're not kidding. I can see heavy tanks, I can see a battle station, I can see gunships. This is going to be difficult.
Sprawling across 2 of the northernmost islands, their HQ offers repair and resupply opportunities for all Xylvanian units. Frontier Command believes that if we capture the command center, the Xylvanians will be forced to retreat back to their homeland.
Seems reasonable. Well, let's get on with it.
Commander,
So yes, here's our battle station.
objective is to secure both
It's
halves
got a lot of
the
machine guns and a lot of cannons.
Good luck.
Good opportunity to show it off here, I think.
Forgive the intrusion, but one of our scout patrols was recently captured on these islands.
I don't care about your scouts, I care about exploding these defences.
These brave and noble warriors, they will gladly
Okay, gotta be a bit careful because they do have some explosives. So let's bring our infantry up to bear. Unfortunately, yeah, these guys, I mean, they're pretty good because they've got the 4 defensive machine guns, but like, they're not completely invulnerable, so you need to be a bit careful. Also, there's a rocket trooper standing right there shooting me.
From the south?
My rocket squad will soon rout them, Herr Kaiser.
Will they now? Is that the one I've just destroyed? Battle station's also incredibly good for running over enemies. Just going to tell the bomber to hold, because I don't want it to necessarily get into the range of any anti-aircraft units. Ha ha ha, heavy tank.
Enemy reach the bridges that lead to my command center.
Boom. Shake the room. Well, we got missile troopers to deal with that, and our bombers sort of circling overhead, delivering some casual fire on the enemy. It's quite difficult to aim with the battle station because it's got this fixed gun, so you need to be driving directly at your target, or it'll drive straight over it, which can be a bit of a problem. But if you get a good shot in, there we go. Whole heavy tank down at once. Where's that gunship? There we go. Missile troops. Let's get going. Because I can't do much of this with my battle station. It hasn't managed to get a shot in on me yet, but it will do if I'm not careful. So got to take that down. There it goes. Right, so over the bridges, and we'll start heading towards the first Silver Stars, so we can pick up some spare troops. Easy enough to just run over these troops and let the machine guns at the back deal with them if they survive. Alright, rocket troops over there. I'm just going to go over to the bomber and tell everyone not to follow me, because that is quite the journey. So their infantry goes down with my assistance, and we'll deal with whatever's on the other side of this bridge. Looks like we've got some anti-aircraft troops there who I'll just dive low and bomb. Plus by circle strafing you can avoid a lot of anti-aircraft fire. And rain machine guns down upon them. A bit of casual damage to the bomber going on here. Got to be a bit careful. In fact, I might switch back over to the battle station and get going on them. The anti-aircraft troops going down at a significant pace. Just quickly run over that guy. Make sure not to drive the battle station into the water. That would not be good for its engine. Don't particularly want to lose our bomber because it is potentially a source of much destruction if our battle station gets lost.
Our two armies will meet battle station to battle station.
I mean, there are other troops involved as well, and I tend to win on these occasions. Ah, here it comes. Make sure not to... Oh, bomber's down. That's not good. It's a big enough target that the missile troops can probably do a decent dent to it, because they will actually manage to hit it with their explosives. There we go, yep. And it's going down nice and easy, to be honest. We're losing quite a lot of troops to either friendly fire or to battle station fire, neither of which are particularly great. Yeah, we're just down to flame troops and missile troops now, which are decent against infantry and aircraft, so those are the bits that the battle station is weaker towards, so it could be worse, but, you know, I wouldn't prefer to be in this situation, let's be honest. Quickly smash down these tents, see if we can get some healing going on to the battle station. Yep, there we go, a little bit of extra fuel. I don't really want to get stuck on the scenery here. So what's up this hill? Another ACAC troop. Not particularly dangerous given that we've no longer got a bomber, but worth taking down in case we get any more air support down the line. So yeah, you can go down, my good man. If I can run you over at least. There we go. And next island looks like it's going to be next target. I can see another battle station perched up on the hill, so nothing ventured, nothing gained. This would be a lovely time to have a bomber. See how long range the fire is on this thing. Actually, not bad. Yeah, it looks like we can do a decent chunk of damage to those guys from quite a long range. Might as well do the same again. Yep. Start destroying their infantry. And down they go. So this island first, I think. Not much we can do with our infantry, so we're just going to try and keep them safe from the battle station.
Invading the northeast isle. Launch the gunships and mobilize the heavy tanks.
I'm thinking if we take the gunships out first, that will probably make life easier for us. So, missile troops away. If you could fire more than one missile at once, that would be ideal, lads. Come on, why can't you get a fix? Because my battle station is taking quite the whack here. Oh, they're out of range, okay. That's not good. Oh, it looks like it might go down here. We would be in a bad situation if that were the case. Well, I'll do what I can. Oh no, a heavy tank. Right, battle station, open up on that. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Battle station's down. I don't think this is now winnable, but I'll do my best. First priority, taking out that heavy tank. Then the gunships. Okay, now the gunships. Only two of us left. Only one of us left. Yeah, I don't think this is winnable, but I'll go down fighting. Yeah, there we go. So, observation there. Don't lose the bomber early on. What I might do is do a bit of a wide-ranging bombing run early on, just so I can soften up some of these targets. Like so. Because the enemy's not good at going and healing itself, so if I can destroy a few of them with bombs... I'm not sure why a gunship would threaten a bomber, because they're slower and they can't hit aerial targets. Right, so now that we've softened things up a bit, we can bring the rest of the battalion forward. And if I can get a fix on that gunship, I'll be able to use it. I'll be able to use the missile veterans to take it out. Get that heavy tank down. Oh, apparently they can hit aerial targets. Interesting. Not very well. It doesn't seem to do much damage, but, you know. Just going to quickly range over here and take out these artillery units. See what kind of damage I'm doing. Okay, at least one of them's down. If I can take out both and return to the main island, that'll probably be for the best. That's another one down. I don't know where our troops have got to. But the bomber's doing good work for the moment, so I see no reason to change that. Oh, they're mainly just hanging over there. Okay. Well, I'd appreciate if you'd help out a little bit, lads. Right, one artillery unit remains, so we'll just swoop down and take that out. Okay, so I see. So once the bomber comes over somewhere, they'll sort of start summoning in gunships. It might not be a bad idea to get them in early so that we can destroy some of the higher value targets before our troops start getting taken out. Okay, there's a lot of anti-aircraft fire over there, so I'm not going to venture too much in that direction. Our infantry seem to be very, very useless on their own, I'll be honest. Might be an opportunity to go over to the battle station and begin our work. Plus, get the missile troops finally doing their job. And down goes the gunship. Okay, so with the enemy significantly softened up, we can start making our advance. The advantage of the battle station, it's difficult to aim, but its attacks have a really big blast radius, so if you can just sort of shoot in the general direction of your enemy, you'll do a decent work against them. Like so. It can often almost do better to sort of aim it manually, just on the knowledge that you're going to get the splash damage, or that your auxiliary systems like that guy can take them down. Well, you might be an anti-aircraft unit, but you're not an anti-getting run over by tank treads unit. And down goes another one. And here we are at the bridge. So if I park the bomber here, we'll make our way across on foot, take out those anti-aircraft units, and then we can move in with the bomber. So here they come. Open fire. Hiding behind their puny sandbags, thinking it's going to protect them from my mighty tread. Unfortunately, palm trees are the hardest surface known to man, so cannot be driven through by tanks. Gonna head over and park by this fuel for when the enemy battle station comes in. Heavy tank goes down. If I can do a bit of sniping with the battle station, I could probably get a hit in before it can reach me. Okay, need to be a little bit careful. Send in the bomber to deal with that, I think. Can't hurt to do some extra hits. Ah, direct hit to the hull from me. The bomber's looking in bad shape, if I'm honest. But we'll do what we can with it while we've got it. It's done a better job this time than it did previously, at least. Anti-aircraft units, why are you not hitting the gunship that is trying to destroy my bomber? Oh, for goodness sake. You guys are useless. Anyway. Well, the bomber's down, but the battle station's down as well, and we've got far more troops on hand this time than we did before, so I think we're in a better shape. Oh, battle station not down. Battle station very much not down. Everyone open up. Battle station looks like going down now, at least. There we go. And gunships still overhead. Missile troops, what are you doing? In fact, I might go over to a missile veteran just because I know that was getting stuck with those guys being useless was what kind of screwed us over in the last mission. I might just sort of command my units and make sure I'm taking out the gunships myself. Plus, you know, the missile veterans are at least usable at very short range. Enemies over there. In you go, battle station. Battle station not making the best of itself, if I'm honest. So again, take some manual shots here. We can sort of chase them in our direction. That doesn't actually work out too badly, because then we can sort of pin them down one by one. But also, it's quite fun to just launch them miles into the air. Oi. Knock it off. Ah, the assault veterans doing a very nice job against their rocket troops.
The Western frontier are invading
Right.
the Northeast Island.
Now, let's...
Launch the gunships and mobilize the heavy tanks.
Now let's go over to the anti-aircraft troops. And if we can bust through these... yeah, wait for the barbed wire for now. We'll start taking out the gunships. Oh, we can destroy it with our anti-aircraft missiles. That's useful to know. Right, that's much better this time. One goes down. This one over here is hiding behind the mountain a little bit, but we can still get some shots in. Yep, so it starts getting taken out. Helpfully hiding from us for the moment, but... uh-oh, here come the heavy tanks. Right, battle station, open up please. Okay, that's going down without too much difficulty. Now, not sure where the enemy gunship went. It looks like it's been destroyed because there's some fuel hanging in the air. Right, back over to the battle station for taking out their battle station. I think it's not noticed that we're in range yet, so we'll try some trick shooting to try and get some early damage in on it. Right, yes, exactly right. It's coming downhill now, so we've got to be a little bit on guard. Yeah. And everyone on it, please. Not that you'll be able to do much damage, but I want you sort of drawing fire and making sure that our battle station doesn't get taken out in the process. And with that, down it goes. Now we're on fairly low health at this point, but we should be able to grab the fuel off that. And some of our infantry is still alive, enough to get us through the next moments at least. Sounds like there's gunships of some kind overhead. Yeah, and my missile veterans being singularly useless again. Have to be actively commanded to do anything. Yeah, nice try, lads. Alright, so rocket troops down. Or rocket troops will go down in a second. One out. running dangerously low on flame troops. These ACAT guys are no real threat because we haven't got any aircraft, but worth taking out anyway for the power rating. And here we go. Flame guy, missile guys, go get that capture point. And we'll go free these. Actually, we could probably do that with the battle station. Just take a quick shot over at their ammunition dumps.
Nice work, Commander. You have captured the first half of the Xylvanian command center.
Yep, and hopefully the second will follow shortly. If I can blow up this... Yep, there we go. I don't know what we rescued there.
Commander.
Oh, they're solar guys. So not under our direct command, but still quite useful because they'll do some chip damage to the enemy forces, if nothing else, and come over and help us, hopefully. Okay, so now on to part 2 of the enemy base. And we get a very nice overwatch position here. Nothing else for it. Let's drive off this cliff, which will hopefully be good for the tank. Yep, no fall damage in this game, for vehicles at least. So we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Plus this should let us heal up the battle station a little bit. Apparently not. Well, we softened up the artillery on the island here, so that should help a little bit. No shells coming in for us. Oof, ACAC troops coming after us, which is not appreciated, frankly. The Solar Assault Veterans being very useful in an anti-infantry role here. Thanks, lads. We've only got 5 troops, so I'm just going to put them all on the capture point. It looks like we've wiped out most of this island, to be fair. There's no other battle stations to come. There's just a couple of bits of infantry and so on. So I'll range around trying to destroy them with the battle station while our guys take out the capture point. Double bazooka shot takes out that guy, and this seems to be the last Xylvanian left on the map. There we go.
You have secured both halves of the Xylvanian command center. Mission complete.
And with that, looks like we've driven the Xylvanians from the Coral Atoll.
With our command center in enemy hands, we have no option but to retreat back to Xylvania.
The time is right, Herr Kaiser. We must resurrect the Iron Legion and make the frontier and its allies pay for this indignity.
Only a B rank there. We were overly cautious and managed to lose a load of points on speed, but I think it was probably worth it, given it was our second attempt to range around with the bomber to begin with and take out some of the tougher targets from the air. So let's move on and see what's next. But you know what, now that we're moving into Xylvania, we are approaching endgame. There's only one more set of missions left until we can beat this thing. So I think we're going to leave it off for there, and we'll finish this off either next week or the week after. If you didn't see the other day, I put a little bit of a channel update up on the channel, so you'll be able to see where I'm thinking of heading next. I have very excitingly ordered the parts on my new computer, so that should be hopefully ready in time for the videos in a few days' time. If you'd like to help me grow the channel, you can always subscribe, and you can also back me on Patreon at patreon.com/digitalwilds. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.